Hello, this is Gerald Johan Vawas. I will demonstrate here in this video the difference between the word car and care and how we understand it as from the viewpoint of letter combinations that are meaningful as an orientation in time and space system that seems to work, has a foundation in numerological order, but is also worked out more as much more than that. And here I will demonstrate these positions as an orientation that we also unconsciously use to orientate ourselves with the words or with the letter combinations. And I will start from car. So I have a basic scheme which tells you where the letters are in the orientation in time and space. So the A is always in the center, in the central position. It's always also a very physical presence that we know what we are dealing with, and so on. It's in like a center position. The C that we start from is at the edges from this physical position. So it is at the I'd say at the steering wheel, even as you can say. So you have also the numbers, the 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 positions. Why? Because then you can also say like, okay, I have here comparable positions at the borders, and I use them as an orientation for myself, as a kind of central point of the borders, a reference at the borders. The R is a bit more difficult. It's at the last category of letters, and these category of letters are always about the need for adaptations, the unclarity of the physical references. So meaning that we don't have the pre-prepared correctness of positions, but it is a bit more vague. So what we do is when it's a bit more vague, we are having attention to how we adapt to this position, these positions that are a bit more vague. In the R, it is in the middle position, in the position where everything is developing. So it is about the adaptation to what is developing and to what we need to adapt to in the environment. That's more or less what it is. So it is very far away, and so we have a kind of adaptation to the environment, and that's with this form of R. If we put it a little bit more into a form, as I said, the C can be a kind of steering wheel that we try to position, that we say, okay, which position at the edges is more or less the most practical one, and we choose that one, especially with this combination of A. And the R is, because of the adaptation far away, it is like the turning wheel is even more strong in that position, from how we adapt to making connections far away, a bit more far away, in making a form or taking shape, let's say, from what we do, or actually how we behave towards it. And in practical combination, we have, of course, this form that we have a central position. We have this kind of steering wheel, let's say, and the R is making the connections to all the directions. So this is basically the principle of the car. We have the steering wheel, we have a position where we start from our position, and we have the steering wheel which makes us turn and makes us adapt to positions that we need to adapt to. So we don't know them beforehand, so we are making the turning points towards what is most practical at that point. So that's the car, basically. and that's where also the steering wheel is. But also the forms, if you would analyze it, I'm not going to go deeper into it. So the C as the half, the half circle that moves and adapts towards the positions that are more clear. The R, or the turning points, you name it, quickly goes also to a certain forms that fit to that well. That we have these kind of positions that are underneath and are fitting underneath to the form of the car. And if you look up the vector, let's say, of the cars, we always come to the same kind of forms quite easily, simply because the C, the A, and the R makes a kind of reference point in time and space, and it's easy to fit these kind of forms onto it. What's different now with care? Care, I have an extra letter here. The E is not pronounced, but it is about time. This is in the second category. It's the effort that we do in time to make a change. So that's a different emphasis. And so we end with this word with E. So that means that we have to end with that kind of effort over time. So that's our attention that we land into. So when we basically start from the car, let's say, that we can steer in all directions, the attention is not going to the steering. It will go to what we do with it in the meanwhile. So in what we encounter, what we have there. It's the time and energy and effort that we put in it. So the attention is at that last part, and the concluding is of the focus is also on that one. But it's not pronounced as with an ah, as the car. It is pronounced with and is a combination, in Dutch is a combination of and I, which is actually most logical in this situation. As you can see here, it is the ideas that you get. Okay, here I have something to put in so that I can continue. I can continue to put new ideas in it, and that's my care. That's my care. I'm steering automatically to somewhere, but that steering itself is not the most important thing with care. With the car, it is the most important thing, the steering. But with the care, the steering is automatic, but the filling in, how we adapt to what we encounter in the world and so on, that's much more important. And that's the attention, and that's the attention that is given into these combinations of letters and into the word and into the meaningful ideas behind that word. I hope you enjoyed this video again. It was another demonstration. There's a website too with previous recorded words, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to have more updates and more demonstrations soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.